Hello. Uh, Today I will try to teach how to attempt and utilize test papers for UPSC CSE. Right. We all know that what is the importance of test papers, but how to use it, that we have to know it. Right. The purpose of test series is not just to check the knowledge, because we will find so many questions there which are we are not able to answer it, right, because they compiled question many sources. So what is the purpose of test series? The purpose of test series is to reduce the mistakes so that we can attempt the real papers on the days with maximum accuracy. We have to check where we are doing mistakes, where we are doing mistakes, and why. You're right. And before to attempt test paper, so we have to revise that concept properly, so that um, we don't repeat those mistakes again and again, and just because of the lack of revisions we are doing mistakes. That should not be our fault, right? So how to identify and reduce these mistakes uh, by attempting test papers, right? To do this we can do um, in this way. Let me tell one. um, we can check and analysis our performance in test papers in two different ways, right? What we can do first, this is our questions papers. While attempting the questions papers, do one thing, right? Mark it, give kind of signs where you are very much sure that it is 100% sure, right? Or and for 50-50 questions that you will going to attempt, give this type of signs or another different type of sign, right? And for another type of questions where you can just eliminate one options, right, only one options, but you have dilemma in three, then you can um, put this kind of signs um, for this 30% sure questions. You can do it either in questions papers or do it in OMR sheet. While you are circling while you are circling the OMR, suppose this is question number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you marked, you circle it this C, you are sure that you are 100% sure, then just mark it this. And second options, suppose you have marked this but you are not 100% sure, then mark it as this sign. And third question, suppose you marked D but you have 30% sure, so you give this kind of sign or some other signs you may like, right? So after attempting all the questions papers, whether in questions papers or in OMR sheet, what you have to do after the attempting finishing of the questions paper, just to go through this here in question papers or OMR sheet and check the number of 100% sure questions, 50% sure question, and 30% sure questions, right? And suppose you have attempted 40 questions, that is 40 questions, that is 100% sure, 30 questions, that is 50% sure, and 30 questions, that is 30% sure. Now what you have to do, you have to check these 30 questions. Why it goes wrong, right? Check your resources again, whether and just make sure that whether it is because lack of revision or lack of conceptual clarity, right? Clarity, you have to find the reason, right? Once you have find this reason, just work on it, revise it, or get it conceptual clears, right? Only then this 30% questions numbers will suppose reduce to 10. Then what will happen, your accuracy will increase. 40 to 60 questions, and that will give you an edge, right? You will, these 60 questions will give you better score. And for this 30 questions, just look at the explanations, what are they and what you can learn. Just have some glance, don't work more or focus on these questions, these 30 questions, right? Just focus on these sections with accuracy. Okay, thanks. And give some comment whether and how much you like it, this video.